Hello. Oh my God, this is probably the sixth time I'm trying to do this. Few more attempts later. Here I am. My name is Oksana. I moved to New York 2 years ago. And yes, that's been a dream of mine. Yes, I'm a girl who's living a dream in New York City. I'm originally from Ukraine. I moved to the United States 2 years ago. My first city was Miami. I have a family there, and I do consider Miami my American home. But New York, the city that was supposed to happen to me. And I know, it sounds really, really cheesy and like, oh yeah, everyone's talking about it. But once you hear, you will understand. That's the city has to happen to you. Some cities just have to happen to you. So, I'm gonna share my life with you guys, and I adore art, city, politics. I've been doing politics for 10 years in Ukraine. That's been my passion, my life, my art, my everything. Since I've been in New York, I've been doing fashion, which has been a total surprise for me. I was working as a chief of staff for a really wonderful, amazing designer, Adam Lippis. And that for me, that was just, oh my God, I've never ever dreamt of that field to be something that I would enjoy. But I was able to see every single part and aspect of the business kind of from the outside. And this is such an interesting business, trust me, especially when you work with a life designer, not just someone, like there's probably what I'm trying to say, with a house which has its name on the door, and the person whose name is on the door you work with them directly. So that was an amazing experience for me. And if you will have any questions in regards of that, you can always ask me. Here I'm going to share my everyday life, my health journey, because this is what I'm going through now. 2 years ago, 1 year ago, I've been diagnosed with a Hashimoto autoimmune disease, which I don't like to call it disease, I call it a condition, because I'm a firm believer that every single disease we have, it's a condition and you can cure it. So I'm going through this journey, and last year for me was really, really hard. Anyone who's going through this, you know how it's hard, like when your thyroid is not functioning, you have no energy whatsoever, you have terrible mood swings, and you're in a position where you're in your dream city and you're building your dream life, and you just have no energy for that. So the way I'm working with that, of course, yes, I'm on a hormone therapy right now, but I don't believe in, I don't like the approach when you just, have a pill and you think it's magic. And for me, it's just Band-Aid. You're trying to cover something that needs really, really real healing. So right now I am focusing on nutrition, on my diet, on my lifestyle. It was a huge surprise for me that my body just said, Oksana, you need to slow down. And you're in New York, you're an immigrant, you're here to build your new life, and suddenly you have to slow down? Like, what? No. But I thank this opportunity, because I think every condition, disease is an opportunity to review your life and just start to be really, really honest with yourself. So this is that. Uh, I'm gonna share this side of my story, and also my other people call it coaching business. I don't like the definition of coach because I'm not a coach. I don't like calling myself life coach or whatever. I'm a person with a huge life experience. I had a career, successful career in Ukraine. I moved countries, I moved cities. I had different life stages, and I was always, always, always interested in helping other people, supporting other people by nature. This is just something God gave me. Um, if I can be of a help to any woman, even if it's advice, my honest opinion on something, or just being someone who's here holding your hands, welcome. And this is something I'm really focusing right now as well, because for me it's important. I'm a person who's doing everything alone, but I was extremely, extremely lucky. God gave me the best people on my path. And not always they have been my friends or family, although I have the best friends and the best family, but I had people who genuinely wanted to help me. And if I can be of that help to anyone who's listening, I'm here. And I'm always one message away. So that's that. I'm gonna show you a lot of New York City, probably a lot of Miami when I'm there. Beautiful everyday life. And if that's something you're interested in, welcome. And let's just live our best lives and just indulge in this beautiful journey together. So welcome. So they say it's gonna be the hottest May day in 30 years in New York. And you know what? After that crazy, horrific winter, bring it on. I couldn't be more happier about that. So my initial plan was go to the gym first and then just walk around the city, have good coffee, and have a overall pretty chill day as much as possible considering the weather. But as we said, something went wrong and I decided that I don't want to go to the gym, which is bad. I'm not encouraging this behavior in any way. I try to go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, and usually more often than not it's yoga, vinyasa yoga, and Pilates and sculpting class. I don't do any crazy workouts. I cannot, and because I have a condition, it is not really the best thing to do for my body at this point. So just try to, sorry, I'm trying to cross the road. So I'm trying to listen to my body, but at the same time challenge it, but not in a crazy way, if that makes sense. So it's a coffee time, and despite the extreme heat on the street, I always, always, always drink hot coffee, and that's how I know I'm old. Because all my younger friends, most of my younger friends, was like 25, early 20s, they all drink iced coffee, and that became sort of a barrier for me. When you know, like, no, 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 you're old because you always want a cup of hot coffee. And also, my favorite coffee drink for years has been cappuccino with regular milk and cinnamon straight to the top, sometimes on top. And my worst nightmare came true. I have to go for some time dairy free because of my thyroid issues, and you have to go gluten free and dairy free. So I'm in an elimination phase, which is really, really hard for me because, oh my god, gluten is my life. Like, I eat gluten with gluten. I don't know how you can survive without it, but um, I don't know for you guys if any of you have similar issues, but for me it becomes really, really helpful because I was constantly bloating. Like, I couldn't wear any tight clothes, almost no dresses, because I would look like I'm 6 months pregnant after I would eat any kind of bread or pasta or drink milk right away. And as soon as I eliminated all those things, I started to feel really, really good. Good morning, guys. Decided to do a little makeup with you and chat while I'm preparing for my day. My skincare is already done. It's usually pretty simple. Nothing extra, but it's very, very consistent. And I repeat the same product every morning. And I usually sleep with a bun because otherwise my hair is just going to be crazy. So, testing this new product. It's a BB cream. Usually I use foundation, but decided that since it's really, really hot outside, I wanted to give a try. It's just something lighter. So the plan for the day today is, okay, it's not working. So the plan for today, Jesus, it's not working. What? You know those new products you have to, yeah, now we're talking. It's slightly darker than my complexion because I've been using a tan bed, so my body is darker than my face. And I always cover my face because I don't want any pigmentation or any spots or something. So that's why we're using darker color. And for some reason, I hate to use my fingers to spread foundation or even if it's a BB cream. So we're gonna use a brush. And let's see. It has slight fragrance, but I don't mind. Yeah, it is darker. You can see. I always also spread it to my ears because, you know, they're gonna look lighter and we don't want that. We want everything to look really coherent. So the plan for the day today is I'm going to go to the gym, which I didn't do yesterday, but I need to stay consistent. To my favorite thing in the world to do when I'm there, it's yoga. And for anyone who's doing yoga, actually, you know, I found out because I'm actually a beginner, I have really, really advanced people doing the class with me, and I can see how far you can go. And it's very important to have a good teacher. And mine is just perfection. She really focuses on the technicalities. She explains every single move to you because, you know, in yoga, even like the way you put your fingers and stuff is really important. And sometimes when it's not about pushing harder,
it's about doing everything correctly and right, and where your eyes are, where how you spread your shoulders. Everything is really, really important. That's what makes it easier actually to perform and to be successful in that. So today's gonna be that. After that, I will try to go and see Daniel Radcliffe's Broadway show. I wish I could remember the name of it, but what I've read is it's a story about the person who tries to basically explain everything that is good in your life when you're feeling down. If that makes sense. But however, tickets to the show were really, really pricey. They are really pricey, and I don't want to pay this price at this point. I just simply don't have that money for the ticket, and I'm gonna go and try grab a rush ticket like 30 minutes before the play, and I'll really, really, really hope that's gonna work for me. So concealer always, then we're gonna do a little contouring. I'm using House Labs. It's really easy to use actually, because you know it's not usually contouring, the more broad and wide. This one is really precise. So I'm doing this. I always a little bit on my lids, just a little bit. This product is really, really creamy, and it's really, I would say, user friendly. And a little bit of here. That's it. Never crazy amount. My skin is really dry, so this product is really good. It's melting, it's easy to use, and it stays put. I had a problem yesterday. My beautiful Makeup by Mario brush, this part just fell off, so I'm using the smaller part, which is not really convenient, but we're gonna do what we're gonna do. So after the play, hopefully I'm gonna see it. I probably gonna meet some friends and then just call it a day. So silk curl motions, and I'm just doing this. Okay. So you can see it's really, really easy to blend. I always let my concealer to sort of sit a little. And then I'm always doing tapping motions. I don't do swipes. And I don't have like super dark under eye circles, but I do have some discoloration in that area. So I'm trying to kind of hide that. And also, but never taking it really like up to my eye, because we do need some shadow in this area. Okay, done. And I'm gonna use a blush. It's Westman Atelier blush, really beautiful color. I think it's called Coquette. It's a really easy blush, I would say. Very creamy. Does it stays put all day? No, but I don't mind. I like right now I like my makeup to look pretty natural. Oh, and you could be wondering why I'm doing almost a full face makeup when I'm going to the gym, especially I'm going to a heated class. The reason for that is I'm not gonna be able to come back home after that. So usually I'm going to the gym fully prepared. Like, no, I'm not in my workout clothes, not with just a bum. No, I'm a fully prepared to live my day after that. It's not really super convenient, but it is what it is. I'm just never coming back home after that. I just have to go with the day, with my day. So we're done with this. I'm gonna do my eyes and brows off the camera, and see you then. So the workout is done. It's crazy hot outside. I don't know. Today I wasn't ready. And one tip from me: if you're doing a heated class, please don't moisturize your whole body in the morning as a part of your morning routine. Oh my God, I was melting the whole time. So now I'll walk into the theater to see if I can secure a rush ticket. Let's see if I'm gonna get lucky. So, um, my attempt to buy a ticket was, I would say, partially lucky, successful, because there was just one available ticket, but still it was way beyond my budget, and I feel kind of sad, honestly, because I really wanted to see that play, but I just honestly cannot afford it at this moment. So probably there will be better place and time to see it. Um, I tend to believe that. So maybe I should go out of my way, but I just don't want to spend something I don't have, you know. So maybe there's gonna be a better time and place to see, hopefully, Daniel Radcliffe ever again in this play. If not, maybe it's something I'm not supposed to see. Good morning, guys. It's a beautiful Friday morning here in New York, and I'm on my way for a breakfast with one of my really, really good friends. And it's funny, we've been living in New York together. I mean, both of us, not together, for over 2 years, and we had breakfast once, and so we decided like just have to have a new tradition, you know, just to meet with a friend on a regular Friday morning and have a cup of coffee, nice breakfast, talk, catch up. It's beautiful. Hello guys, I'm back again. Today is a different type of weather. Before moving to New York, I always thought that talking about weather, it's a sign you're getting older. But here, oh my God. I wanted to talk a little about friends with you guys, and it would be really, really interesting for me to hear your point of view. In my life, I've never been a part of a big friend group, and I know my really best friends for over 20 years. Even with some of them, we live in different countries, but I still consider them my best friends, and we've been through a lot together. But
recently, the more older I get, the more life gets more unstable. I realized that you have to make time for your friends, the same as you make time for your career, for your spouses, for your boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, kids, your hobbies. You have to make time. Uh, Friends have to be one of your priorities, not like some side effect. And I have these friends. We've been friends for over 20 years, as I've mentioned, with some of them. But we were living all together in Ukraine, back in Ukraine, and we would meet every single week, once a week, at least for 1 hour, just to meet, pray together, catch up, just tell what's going on in our lives. And then life took us on a different path, and now at least like 6 years we live in different countries, different continents, because I live in America, they all live in Europe, in different countries. And we decided that we would call each other every single week, so we cannot meet physically, so let's just call each other. And it was hectic before, like at the start, but then we realized that this is only gonna work if we commit. And what we did, we decided that we're gonna choose one day a week. For us, it's Friday. We chose time that works for each of us. And we would call each other. We would hop on a group call every single Friday, same time, 1 hour, no matter what. And we realized even if all 4 of us cannot make it this day, at least 2 of us, like, we have to talk. We talk, we pray for each other, we help each other. And guys, I cannot tell you, this is so helpful, because we've been through war, we've been through relocating, moving countries, moving cities, moving apartments, different stories in your love lives, pregnancies, breakups, and then a lot like health issues, a lot of different stuff. And when you have friends like that who are your people, they are for you, they root for you, they want you to succeed in this life as much as they want to succeed themselves. Please hold on to those people and make a commitment to talk to each other, to spend time with each other, even if it's virtual. Let me tell you, I haven't seen my best friend from Ukraine for 7 years. She now lives in London, and I live here in New York. I cannot tell you we've met 7 years later this year, and it's like nothing happened. Like, we still those girls who were going to college together because we had this connection. And no, it's not the same like it was 20 years ago, but there's still love and desire to help each other, and that's what matters.
Hi guys, so that's gonna be the end of this week's blog. I decided that it's gonna be a weekly thing, so thank you for being here with me. Thank you for sharing my days with me, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm still getting used to it, but I feel like it's really interesting. So anyway, at the end, I just wanted to share also that I went to see a Michael Jackson movie. And for everyone, disclosure, disclaimer, whatever. I grew up listening to his music, and I think he's not only the greatest artist of his generation, but he's just the greatest among the greatest, and that's gonna be forever. I do love his music. I do love that he was innovator. He just had this God-given talent, was really humble, and he used it to serve to public, but at the same time to elevate the public. And for whoever is watching, I do not believe in all those allegations. I'm sorry. I think he was a complicated person with a complicated childhood and life story, and most people just cannot relate because we never, like regular people, we do not go through what he was going through. And I really don't like when people put somebody on a pedestal and they trying after like destroy the person. They destroy the idol, I would say. They're not trying to see the real human being behind the idol. Anyway, I saw the movie. I really, really loved it. And I did feel like it's not the best biopic ever. It's not the best biopic about Michael, in my opinion, but it was beautiful. It's a beautiful chapter of his life, and it was really interesting to see how it was hard for him to sort of detach from his family, but at the same time, like when he was really terrified of his father, he had such an enormous belief in himself, like out of this world belief in his God-given talent. He just knew it. And I really like the idea how he was just doing the thing that he could not be doing, you know? And I thought to myself, like, this is so interesting. When you're, if anyone who's watching now, and you're in this moment when maybe you're not like in between, you cannot decide what you're gonna do or what you want to do, like what the next right step for you will be. Think of the thing that you're like, you cannot not be doing this. Like for me, this is helping other people. And I'm not saying I'm like Mother Teresa or something like that, but it's just in my nature. I'm the kind of person, I'm gonna be here for you, and it's gonna be for my relatives, for my family, for my friends, for people I don't know, for people I've met just a second ago. If I can help, I will help. This is just my mentality. And what is this thing for you? Maybe there's something you're just like, when you're doing this, you feel alive, you feel like breathing. Go there. So this is my word of the week, and thank you so much again for being with me. Sending you masses and masses of love wherever you are, wherever you're watching. I'm inviting you to my next week's vlog, and much love, and talk to you soon. Bye.